Not even 1 hour into the curfew, and police fire almost 30 canisters of tear gas into a peaceful protest after the governor of Missouri promises there would be none to enforce the curfew. This on the Ottawa Expositor.
How's everybody doing? This is Justin here. Just watched the live streams that were online of the Ferguson protest being dispersed shortly after the curfew. And man, there was no difference in any other night that I had seen and what I had posted before. Exact same thing. By about 40, I think it was around 12:45 local time, there was the first tear gas deployed, and then shortly, a couple minutes after, it did go off, it detonated, and so as that happened, there was then just rapid succession of them. There was it was around 30, a good solid 25, could be more, and basically just created a complete smoke cloud of the intersection. It was very, very heavy. It dispersed the crowd pretty quickly. I mean, after the first couple, there was a lot of people that stuck around. Within about, I'd say about 10 minutes, 12 minutes, somewhere around there, there was what I strongly believe to have been gunshots. They weren't rapid succession. But they were definite, distinct bangs. It did not sound like propulsion of any canister or anything like that. There were reports of a reporter that was within the crowd that heard a bullet or something whiz past his head, and then something get knocked down beside him. So we'll see what happens, what that was. There are reports that somebody did get hit, but that could be speculative. But there are definitely some people saying that. One thing I noticed, the media was completely contained. They were given a staging area at which they could not leave, or they would be subject to arrest, just like any of the other protesters. It was just really something. I mean, just the force of police that was there. It was so many different types. I mean, you had like your SWAT teams, you even had your regulars, but then you had your militarized. It was just insane, and just the sheer number of them. They just created a wall that kept pushing the protesters down the street with the tear gas. And then finally, they got flanked, or not flanked, but there was police that came from behind. I didn't have a great vantage point on my stream, but what you could hear were gunshots, and then basically that was it after that. It was more or less dispersed within about 20 minutes. You couldn't really see too many people hanging out together. I'm going to post the links. I know Dabu has a video devoted to links, so I'm not sure which ones he has. I haven't taken a look at his video yet, but I will post the ones that I don't see on his. I will also link to his own talk about it as well, because I just saw he came out with a video as well, just to keep you guys posted. Yeah, I mean, it was really something. It was a display. There was no difference. The only difference that I saw, from this night to any of the other nights was that when the police ordered the reporters to move back, or any of the camera crews, they said thank you afterwards. I mean, so I guess you could say it is an improvement. Other than that, no way. No way. That was ridiculous. I think it's a pretty big wake-up call, and there were some big numbers watching this. There was actually some big camera crews as well. Vice News was there. I don't condone them whatsoever. I think they're just as controlled media as anybody else, but it is starting to attract some big people down there. So, I mean, we'll see where it goes from now. We have another, I think it's 3.5 hours before that curfew is lifted. So we'll see what happens. Guys, take care.